Hi, I'm Diane Warren, and you're watching What's in My Bag.
Till it happens to you, you won't know. It won't be real. No, it won't be real. Won't know how it feels.
This is my favorite singer of all time, Dusty Springfield. Just so much soul and passion, and you know, you listen to Adele, and Adele, you know, this is where it comes from, where part of it comes from. I'm a songwriter, so it's always about the songs. You know, I only want to be with you, wishing and hoping. My favorite is You Don't Have to Say You Love Me.
Don't have to say you love me, just be close enough. You don't have to stay forever, I will understand.
It doesn't get better than this. This is just the best there is. I love soul music. I'm just kind of going with stuff that I kind of grew up with, you know, and that I loved as a kid, and I still love today because these songs still last. I don't know, Let's Get It On, Marvin Gaye, Ain't No Woman Like the One I Got, Four Tops. Papa Was a Rolling Stone, you know, The Temptations. I loved those Temptations records. Norman Whitfield and Barrett Strong, just the best. They were so gritty and urban. It was so different than some of the other Motown stuff, than the sweeter Motown stuff, which I love too. I Want You Back, my favorite Jackson 5 song, is on here. It's just one of the best written songs ever. You know, in the record, when you listen to that track, it's just so alive. You know, just amazing. And Michael Jackson at, what was he, like 8 years old, singing like he's, you know, 40. You know, just like he had everything. He had all the moves. He was born with it. You can't teach that. You know, people a lot of times will go like, you know, about, well, you know, can you learn how to write songs? Can you learn how to sing? You can learn, but you can't learn how to be great, and you can't learn how to have soul. And people like that, you know, born with it. Motown, I kind of went through Motown, but what's on here? You Really Got a Hold on Me. Smokey Robinson, one of the best songwriters, singers of all time. A couple of years ago, he was inducted in the Kennedy Honors, and he called me, and he also wrote me a letter going, do you mind if I ask to induct you? It's like, are you kidding me? I mean, they didn't, you know, but the fact that Smokey Robinson, one of my heroes, did that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it is.
Purple Rain, Prince, one of the best artists of all time, with, I think, his best album of all time. Every song is amazing. Purple Rain, I Would Die for You. When Doves Cry, does it get better than that? Does it get better? It doesn't get better than that. Bill Withers, amazing, Ain't No Sunshine, Grandma's Hands.
She'd say, Billy, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes there in that grass, Grandma's hand.
Lean on Me. I mean, Bill Withers, you know, he just walked away from it all. He's still around, he chose not to do it. I wanted him to sing on something with an artist, and I met him a bunch of times, he's the nicest guy. And he goes, you know what? I'm just done with it. I just don't want to do it anymore. Such a talent, you know? But you know, maybe he just wanted to live his life and didn't want to deal with all the other stuff that comes along with it. One of my favorite songwriters of all time is Jimmy Webb, and one of my favorite male singers of all time is Glenn Campbell. So I picked this up. Every song is a genius fucking song. Wichita Lineman, there's no better song ever written, in my opinion.
And the Wichita lineman, he's still on the line.
I was about 18 years old, and I was like, you know, struggling songwriter, you know, trying to go to publishers and trying to be heard and trying to be seen. And I read that Jimmy Webb at 18 years old, like 18 or 19, wrote all those songs. He wrote MacArthur's Park, he wrote By the Time I Get to Phoenix, Wichita Lineman. And I remember like sitting there crying in my parents' living room because I wasn't Jimmy Webb yet, and I couldn't, you know, get a break. I couldn't get arrested. And I was the old age of 18.
What kept you going?
I had to do it. Oh yeah, I don't give up. Anybody that knows me, right, you guys? Do I give up? I don't give up. And I always say this to people in a business like this: if you won't die if you don't do it, don't do it. I would die if I couldn't do this. This is my life. You know, music is my life. It keeps me alive. You know, David Bowie, my childhood, such a great artist. So sad. I got 2 David Bowie albums. Best ofs are great. You just get all the hits. And my favorite song he ever wrote, which was for Mott the Hoople, was All the Young Dudes. That's my favorite David Bowie song. I mean, there's so many great ones. All the incarnations of his persona, they were all backed by great songs. That's what people forget, maybe. I don't think they forget with him, but I think when maybe artists now, you know, it's just like it's all about the look. No, it's about the songs, and then you do everything else. Like Lady Gaga, who I'm, you know, working with. It's almost like she does kind of what Bowie does with fashion, but underneath her is a real talent and real songs as well. So songs are really important. Hard Day's Night. I love the Beatles. I was the biggest Beatles fan. This was one of my favorites. I remember it's ingrained in me going to see the movie. I saw it like 20 times when I was little, with my sisters. I think we're kind of done. I wanted to get a Drifters record, which I didn't find, because I didn't look hard enough. I was a lazy little bitch out there. But I wanted to see, I wanted to find Up on the Roof, becoming a songwriter. I remember like looking at my sister's records and seeing that record and seeing the name Goffin King, which is Carole King and Jerry Goffin, and going, I want to be in there. I want to be that little thing in that record. And it was the Drifters with Up on the Roof. It's not in my bag though, but we could pretend. It's in there.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Well, thank you so
All right,
much.
thank you.
When it feels like the world is on your shoulders and all of the madness has got you going crazy, it's time to get out, step out into the street where all of the action